Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Nathan's Beer Reviews. Today I'm going to be looking at the Cricketer's Arms Spearhead Pale Ale, a 5.2% alcohol by volume, which is 1.4 Australian standard drinks in this 330 milliliter can. Brewed by the Cricketer's Arms Brewery in Laverton, Melbourne. Now, the Cricketer's Arms Brewery were a small little craft brewery out of Melbourne, Laverton. Or Laverton, depending on how you want to pronounce it, I suppose. And about 3 or 4 years ago, I believe they were bought out by Asahi Beverages, the big Japanese brewer, Asahi, not the clothing company. Although I get the feeling Asahi and Superdry, the two are actually the same thing. So they're bought out by Asahi. I believe Asahi now own 2 or 3 breweries around Australia, especially the little craft breweries. We had this at the pub I used to work in. We got this and the lager, their lager, which we got about 2 or 3 kegs of. You know, I think it was sort of given to us as a promotion, see if we wanted to take up a contract with them. I don't remember what they tasted like because it was a few years ago now, but I do remember it wasn't overly popular with our local clientele, and I don't think we really got any more than the 2 or 3 kegs. This beer, what else can I tell you about this beer, aside from this cream and green 330ml can? Doesn't say what the ingredients are, just says brewed from local and imported ingredients. I can tell you it is 25 IBUs, specialty malts, double hopped with a distinctive tropical finish and subtle citrus character. It sort of explains on the can there. The best before date is the 12th of May 2019. Sorry, 4th of April 2019. So it's still fairly fresh. I got this in a 10-pack for $25 at BWS, so it was on special. Got a party later on this weekend, so gonna probably drink those at the party. Like I said, haven't tried this in a while, so it'll be good to crack it open. Gonna pour it in my beer de Nol glass, which I picked up with my Ackland Christmas beer de Nol beer, which I picked up from Aldi. If you haven't seen that review, it's the last review I did. I didn't actually like the beer that much, but you know, I'm going to use this glass more often because it's a pretty cool little tulip. But yeah, enough rambling on. Let's crack it open. 330 milliliter can. Alright. No smoke from the can there, but we're just going to pour it straight in. So this comes in cans and bottles. Comes in, I think, 330 milliliter stubbies. So it pours a very lovely dark orange, amber, bronze, golden appearance, with 1 to 2 fingers of slightly off-white, soapy-looking head. It looks like it's got low to medium carbonation, just a handful of bubbles streaming up to the top at any given time. It's fairly filtered. I think there's just a slight chill haze on the beer. You can see through it. Doesn't appear to be any sediment in the beer. It looks like a fairly tasty little pale ale, almost like a golden ale almost. Get the rest of the can in there. The smell. Classic pale ale smells. Got that subtle citrus underlying aroma. Very tropical nose, passion fruit, mango. Sweet, almost caramel-like notes. Caramel, toffee, malty. A little bit grassy. Anyway, it smells very refreshing on this summer's day here in Sydney. Let's dive in. Cheers, guys. Initial taste is that it's a very smooth beer. Medium mouthfeel, low to medium carbonation. 25 IBUs means it's not overly bitter. But there is a nice, mellow spiciness to the bitterness that just sort of reverberates around the mouth a little bit and lingers a little bit on the palate. The citrus and tropical fruit notes, that passion fruit, you know, sort of flavours that one associates with pale ales. It's not overly hoppy. It's not overly citrusy. It's not overly tropical. It's very well balanced with the sweetness and the bitterness, and it makes her a very refreshing pale ale. Yeah, it's a slight spiciness from the bitterness, but it's not whack you in the mouth sort of spicy, bitter spicy. It's just very, very refreshing actually. Sessionability is quite high. You wouldn't actually think this is a 5.2% alcohol beer, alcohol by volume beer. A slight alcohol note on the very end of the sip, but if you're not looking for it, you probably won't even notice it. Yeah, it's extremely drinkable. It's extremely smooth. It's very well balanced. Has good flavors. The flavors slightly mellowed, but it's not like overly mellowed like something like a Wild Yak. But for a macro craft beer, it's actually very, very drinkable. And at $25 for a 10-pack at Dan Murphy's, BWS, sorry, it's an extremely reasonably priced case of beer. I'm actually very surprised by this. I'm a little more surprised than what I was expecting. In fact, I didn't really know what to expect. When I found out it was brewed, owned by Asahi, I was expecting them to have knocked out a lot of the flavour, like a lot of the big macros do to craft breweries. But it looks like they've just said to the Cricketers Arms breweries, hey, look, you know, we're going to own you guys, but you guys keep doing your thing. And they haven't messed around with the beer too much, so. I'd say this is quite sessionable. You could definitely knock back 5 or 6 of these without really even knowing about it. You know, it's very, very well balanced, slightly bitter, slightly spicy, but a very enjoyable, sessionable pale ale. There's nothing offensive about it. It has a nice, like I said, caramel, toffee sweetness to it, which just complements the bitterness and the spicy hop notes that do come out in the beer. So yeah, very, very, very nice beer. I'm going to give it a B+. I think it's a very, very nice beer, and if I see it around for $25 a 6-pack, I can't see why I wouldn't go. Sorry, $25 for a 10-pack. I wouldn't see why I won't pick one up in the future. A pack of 30. A case of 24 will probably go for about $50. So if you see it on sale for under $50, definitely pick it up. You know, if you like your fat yaks, if you like your little creatures pale ales, if you like your sort of very well-known Australian-style pale ales, you should be able to enjoy this. It's not overly offensive. It's just very well-balanced, very smooth, very easy drinking, especially for a high-range ABV, which 5.2% ABV is. It's a very, very sessionable pale ale. So, yeah, B+ for Spearhead Pale Ale by the Cricketers Arms Brewery out of Laverton, Melbourne. Very good beer. Would definitely drink it again. Would definitely buy it on tap at a pub. Would definitely buy it again in cans. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoy the view, click like, click subscribe. Tell me what beer you want me to review down in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next review. Thanks, guys. Cheers.